Hello YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Stacking Perpetrator here. In this video we're going to go through some Benjis that I got a couple of weeks ago. Some of these nice Benjis. If you've followed my channel, you know I've been buying a lot of Benjis and filling a lot of albums with the Benjis. And I've showed quite a few that I've gotten. I got some in the tube here that I bought. Just some dates that I was running low on. But everything's circulated. Got some nice BUs that I found. I've got to sort these out into, because I store my Benjis by date and mint mark. Run them through, so I have to filter these into the tubes I have, so when I get ready to start more albums, I can find the coins a lot easier. But I got 3 that I'm working on now. Hopefully we're going to finish them. I still got to do the comparison video on the albums. I said I was going to do that, but I keep running into topics. But also part of this video is going to be my thoughts on what's been happening with silver for the past couple of years, with the premiums and the spot price going up and premiums going up, and then all of a sudden we have the latest little crash where we were touching the low 18s on spot and then still having high premiums. Let me look at this Intercept Shield. Most of you know I hate this album, but I got it to review on the channel, so might as well work on it. This is one of the problems right here, because coins rotate. I haven't pulled this. I think the last time I brought this out, we did a couple fills. I did some change outs with some, I pulled some coins out of here to put some cleaned or polished coins in, just because I have the album, might as well put something in it. But I'm just going the worst of what I have. But we got a nice set. See, even the coins back here are rotated. I don't do nothing with this album. I mean, once I get done filming, it goes back in its dust jacket and I set it down, and I may move the album while it's in the dust shield. I may move it to get to something else, but it's not like I'm shaking the thing or whatever, and the coins just rotate. But anyways, all I need in this one is the last spot's a 54S, so let me get that slide out of the way, because one of these coins, and I have to find it, I don't know which one it is. What do we got? 54. Maybe I'm lucky I got 54S right off the bat. And that should be an S. We are a 54. So 54S is a hard coin to run across. Hard date. It's not a key date, but finding them is a challenge, at least for me anyways. I don't know about you. Anyways, that finishes off the Intercept Shield. I will no longer have to bring this one on camera one more time when I do a comparison video of the album types. So I got to get that done. I might try to do that one day this week. And one of the other albums I have is this First Commemorative Mint album, which I did a review on also. I love the colors, the black with the gray, but I pointed out the fault. When you turn the page, the plastic rides up and is causing it to delaminate. I need a whole bunch in this album. I need a 53D, a 53S, a 54S, a 55, a 59, and a 60. So I need quite a bit out of this one. Let's see what we got here. Should be a 53, or is this a 55? can't even see in the camera. Yeah, it's a 53. And what are we looking at for mint mark? That is the D, so we need that one. So we'll set that there. What do we got here? Ooh, 48. That must go in one of the other. That must go in the third album. Look at this next one, 59. Do we need a 59 in this? Yeah, we need a 59D. Do we have a D? Yes, we have a D. So that's the second page. And then here's a 55. And like I tell you, when you're looking for the Benjis, you know, the mintage key date says 55. It's just a matter of time before you'll find one. This is a circulated coin, so this will go in the book. That will be the third one. I know I'm not going to fill this book. Here's a 61. 61D. Is that the one I need? No, I need a 60 Philly in this. So the 61D goes in the other, is going in the other book. Now I've already been through these. And I already know it's in my list that none of these are going to fit. And then we have a 57. Really nice BU. 57. Nope, I don't need that one. I think that was extra. So we got 3 coins. So let me get the page. The page is started here. It slides out. Like I said, I'm not a fan of this album either because of the delamination that happens when you turn the page. But anyways, getting back to silver spot while I put these coins in their slots. I'll get these out of the way. These are going in the other book. I'll move these down. So I'll put this up here. We had a 53. That was a D, wasn't it? Yeah, it was a D. Over the past couple of years, we saw silver starting in early 2020. Paper nosedived down to $12 an ounce, but we know nobody was selling at $12 an ounce, and then the high premiums hit. And here's the 55 going into its slot. And then we started, the spot price started going up, and we started seeing a lot of high premiums hitting. And the sad part was, with all of this, there's a lot of channels that I used to follow when I started getting in that stayed true to the core principles of why we stack. They started going along with the narrative of, still buying. And everybody was saying that you still need to buy it. You still need to put it in. Don't worry so much about the premiums. And then there was, and I blame a lot of that on the Wall Street Silver thing that was going on, because they did the Silver Squeeze 1.0 and the Silver Squeeze 2.0. And I think that got people to overspend, because the silver's going to the moon thing took off, because, yep, here's silver's finally breaking away from its paper price, and the price is going up, and here we go, we're along for the ride. And I think that narrative, and then there was the silver shortage narrative that was being pushed out there, that, oh, we're running out of silver, and all of that. The only thing I saw with it, even with my LCS, there never was a shortage of silver. It was coming in. I mean, they just never stopped. It was coming in, going out. I pretty much had my pick of the litter on getting silver. The only thing I saw that there was a shortage on was in certain products. Like, and I still see that today. They're 10-ounce bars, the press bars, which are more desirable than the poured bars. And I'm not knocking the poured bars. There's a lot of people that love the poured bars. But the 10-ounce press bars are, as far as my LCS, are far and few in between when they come in. If one comes in the shop, you got to jump on it or it's out, it's gone. But even through with the narrative of there's a silver shortage and we're running out of silver, they never went more than a couple days without having 20 or 30 10-ounce poured bars. They got the Italian brand, and there was one other, I can't remember if it was from Poland or where the other one was from, but they had the Italian bars. They would switch between the two, and I can't remember the other type they had because they get more of the Italian 10-ounce poured bars than anything else. And then they never, with the exception of here and there, having a couple days, hey, we got a shipment of 10-ounce bars on the way. They're just not here yet. They always had 10-ounce bars. But if you were in the market for buying 10-ounce bars and you wanted press bars, then you had a problem because press bars were not, they just, like the Sunshine Mint and bars like that, they just didn't have them. But you could still get 10 ounces. You just had to get it in the Italian version or whatever the other country's bar was. They never ran out. They never ran out of Eagles. They always had Canadian Maples. They always had Britannias. They always had Philharmonics. They didn't always have the Krugerrands, but they would get them in. But Krugerrands aren't one of their popular sellers. And Kangaroos, they never really ordered Kangaroos because the Kangaroos are not a big seller for them. So mostly what they get in Kangaroos is what comes in over the counter. But you fast forward 2 years later, get out of 2020, we get through 2021, everybody's pushing, still buy silver, and then the narrative was, well, don't buy the Eagles or don't buy this, get out of that and get into like the superhero coins, the limited edition, the collector pieces. Oh, that's where you got to be at. You got to get out of the other stuff. And it was enough to drive you crazy. And I think a lot of people got misled by all the narratives that were pushed out there. Now, in the past month or so, that silver took its nosedive and dropped into the low 18, almost dropping into 17. Then you have people questioning what they've bought over the past couple of years and wondering, did we make a mistake, or, what am I going to do now because I got all of this silver that I was buying and the price is down and I can't sell this, so now I got to buy more to cost average down, and questioning it. And I'm thinking to myself, well, if you're questioning what you bought over the past couple of years, then you had over those 2 years had lost your way as far as sticking to the core principles, because that's something I saw that got lost over the past couple of years. Buying it as close to spot as possible, stay away from the high premium stuff unless it's what some of them call it, your ice cream cone, or your just something you got to have because you like the coin. You treat yourself to something nice. Nothing wrong with that. But if you're questioning all the silver you've bought in the past couple of years, then you got away from the core reasons that you used to have before these high premiums and silver started making a move. You got away from the core principles. Buy it as close to spot as possible. Buy the cheapest silver, and shop for the best deals. And I think a lot of people got away from that because they got into the mindset of fear of missing out because the price was going up. Premiums were creeping up, were continuing to go up. Premiums are still high, even though silver has dropped. You know, they're blaming it on supply and demand, but like I said, my LCS is, I mean, they can't put all the silver in the shell case. And then they're getting so much that some of it doesn't even make it to the showcase. They pull out pieces for people like me or some of the other collectors they have to, you know, hey, we got this in. Are you interested? You know, we put this back because we know you like this. But if it doesn't fall into that category, there's a lot of it that we don't even see because they get it in. None of us regulars that come in or whatever that are looking, it's not something we're looking for. So they're getting so much in that they're sending it off to, in my LCS, they are actually a wholesaler for like 4 states, three to 4 states, I think 4 states, but they mostly concentrate in 3 states. They actually are running around to all the other dealers and buying stuff from them and selling them stuff to keep their shops, you know, with inventory. But they were getting so much, they're still getting so much in that they're having to send it off to their wholesalers or other places that they know they can dispose of it, or, you know, trade it off so that they can have the cash flow coming in so they can buy more. And it's like, you know, and all I heard for the past 2 years is a silver shortage. Not in my LCS. Matter of fact, they put out a thing if people think there's a silver shortage. They want to know how many 1,000-ounce bars you want. And then not only how many do you want, they want to know when you want to come pick them up. It's just crazy. But I think we need to get back to, if you're out there and you're questioning what you bought, step back, take a look at what you got and get back to those core principles of buy your silver as close to spot as possible. You know, look for the deals, you know, because if you're questioning what you bought because prices fell, more than likely you got caught up in the fear of missing out, which is what a lot of people were teaching or talking about prior to 2020 happening. You know, that was the other thing, you know, don't get caught up in the fear of missing out. Don't go over your budget. Don't spend everything, you know, don't bet the farm on it. Just put away what you can. And I don't know. What are your thoughts? Did you get caught up in it and questioning and are now questioning some of the purchases you made? You know, how did you fare out? I personally think I did all right because when I saw the premiums going up, I felt it was best if I got into numismatics. When I first started stacking, I wanted nothing to do with numismatics, but I saw the advantages of it once the premiums hit, and I was able to get in, buy a bunch of coins for my collections, and get most of my main collections filled out before, you know, even the more common coins in like higher BU conditions. I bought a lot of those before spot price started affecting the prices that were for the numismatic value, because like a BU coin has a premium for numismatics above what the silver is. So I was trying to buy get as many of the more common coins as I could before the spot price moved up and affected their numismatic value and caused those to go up. So I got all those out of the way first. Some of the more expensive coins weren't as bad because I knew spot price it was going to be a while before spot price affected those. So once I got all my commons out of the way, then I started going after the better dates, you know, the more pricier numismatic coins. And for me, I have no regrets over what I bought. I still bought for the stack, but I bought strategically. I bought, you know, vintage rounds, and I slacked off on my ASEs, even though I still bought a few. That was like my treat, was to get a few of the ASEs, but I wasn't buying them by the tube. I didn't run out and, you know, and buy tube after tube after tube, because silver's going to the moon and we're running out of it and there's a silver shortage. I never bought into those theories, and I don't question anything I've bought. I'm happy where I'm at. So that's what I need to know from you guys. Are you happy with what you bought? Are you questioning some of the stuff you bought? Are you having regrets about some of the stuff you bought now that silver has dropped back? Let me know down below. Let me know your opinions. And I will see you on another video.